Welcome to another compilation of scammers whose scams were just going nowhere. Back in March 2022, Denise brought you the story of Umar Kamal, who preferred to be known as Pitman Mark. It was only a short video. He was a bit sick. Well, fast forward to December 22, and Cassandra would like to bring you the story of Israel Akpaviri, who also, apparently, prefers to be known as Pitman Mark. I can only assume this is a team of scammers. "Hello," he said. "How are you doing today, Cassandra?" "Good afternoon, I'm very well, thanks," replied Cassandra. "Yeah, good afternoon. Where are you from?" he asked. "I'm just outside Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk. Where are you?" "From Texas, and I'm new here." Which is exactly what the old Pitman Mark told Denise, that he was new there. I'll put a link to his video in the description box underneath. "Okay, where in Texas?" asked Cassandra. "Houston, but for now I'm out of the States for work purpose." "Oh, okay, where are you now?" "Northeast coast of Australia. I'm an engineer." "That sounds lovely. What kind of engineer?" "A marine engineer," he said. "Sounds interesting. What do you do?" "We work in seas," he said. "It's marine." Surprise. "Yes, but what do you do?" asked Cassandra. "Ha! Sorry, I don't get you well," said our man, who had no idea what a marine engineer does. "You don't understand what I mean by what do you do. What are you doing at work?" "You mean right now?" he asked. "Yes, what work are you doing?" asked Cassandra. You'd think some of these scammers would at least get their basic story prepared, wouldn't you? Perhaps it's just as well that they don't, really. "I'm a marine engineer," he said. "We design and oversee testing, installation and repair of marine apparatus and equipment." Thank you, Google. He certainly needed help. "No," replied Cassandra. "I asked you what you do. Which of those are you doing?" "Repair those marine apparatus and some equipments," he said. "Oh, I don't know what those apparatus are," replied Cassandra, "because I don't know where you are. On a ship, perhaps?" "Yeah, ship! You got it right," he said. "Nice meeting you, anyways." "I presume you're sailing to somewhere," said Cassandra. Nope, not at the moment, Cassandra. I'm having a short break." "So you're on a ship that's stationary," she said. "The shore," he said. "You're on a ship that's in dock." "Yeah." "Oh, goodness. He's going to be hard work, guys." "Okay." "I like the way you ask questions," he said. "It's good." "If you say so," replied Cassandra. "Yup." "When will your ship sail?" she asked. "Few hours from now." "Oh, not long. How exciting. Where will you be going?" "Have you been on a ship before?" asked our scammer, hoping that she hadn't. "I asked where you'll be going," she said. "Of course I've been on a ship." "Off the mainland and its offshore territories in the Pacific." "Yes, obviously you'll leave the mainland," replied Cassandra. "Where will the ship be going to, and what kind of ship is it?" "Okay, it's a cargo ship." And we've all heard that story before, and of course the scammers don't actually know what cargo means, so they've no idea what a cargo ship is, usually. "We're heading to the Pacific. You? What are you doing at the moment?" "Where in the Pacific? You must be taking your cargo to somewhere. I'm talking to you, dingbat. I just came inside for a quick sandwich." "Pacific Ocean. We work around just like that." "That? The nature of my job?" "No," replied Cassandra. "Where is your cargo going to? Or are you planning to just throw it overboard somewhere in the Pacific? Are you allowed to do that? Wouldn't it count as pollution?" To which our man replied, "Yeah." "You're just going to throw it overboard. Why did you bother to load it onto the ship?" "Load what? Pardon?" said our confused scammer. "The cargo you're going to throw overboard in the Pacific," replied Cassandra. "LOL, you ask too many questions, Cassandra." "You said you liked me asking questions," she replied. "Why did you load cargo that you're going to throw overboard in the Pacific?" "I'm sorry if I said so," he said. "I'm just being straightforward and a just, simple man." "Why did you load cargo that you're going to throw overboard in the Pacific?" she asked again. "We'll be there for some good time, so," he said. "Why did you load cargo that you're going to throw overboard in the Pacific? What cargo are you carrying?" "Transportation of LNG, CNG, and other gas-based fuels," Google helpfully encouraged him. "Why are you throwing them overboard in the Pacific?" Not throwing them. We work with them. Goodness, you're such hard work to talk to, replied Cassandra. Why do I have to ask you so many questions to get me to tell you what you do? And why did you tell me you were going to throw it overboard? Now you say you aren't. She copied and pasted the bit where he'd said yeah. So why don't you tell me why you're going to the Pacific and what you're going to do when you get there? Then I won't have to keep asking all those questions that you don't want me to ask, but are happy for me to ask. Okay! Google, intervened again. Marine engineers may spend time aboard a ship, testing how the vessel is performing, gathering information for maintenance, or for an upcoming retrofit. Marine engineers, who specialise in offshore drilling, often spend time on the oil rig to oversee maintenance or repair efforts involving the rig's mechanical systems. No, replied Cassandra, I'm not asking you what marine engineers may do. I'm asking you what you are going to do when you get to the Pacific. And we already know you aren't gathering performance data because you've already told me you do repairs. It's the same thing, he said. Just spend time aboard a ship, testing how the vessel is performing, gathering information for maintenance, and he pasted the rest. Maintenance is also repair. No, said Cassandra, if you copy and paste again, you're blocked for being a time-wasting idiot. I asked you what you are going to do when you get to the Pacific. Why is your boat going to the Pacific? Common, he said. You're rude. I'm not common, replied Cassandra. You're an illiterate idiot. Why can't you tell me what you're going to do when you get to the Pacific and why your boat is going there? But at that point, our man's fake account was deleted. And now, two of my girls would like to introduce you to Philip William. First of all was Denise. Hello, he said. Hi, said Denise. How are you, beautiful angel? He asked. Oh, very well, thanks. May I know where the princess came from? I live in Guildford, said Denise. Wow! Very far from me. Where are you? I am from the United States. I live in Syria. That sounds interesting. What do you do in Syria? I am doing my peacekeeping mission there. And you? He asked. Your peacekeeping mission? Replied Denise. Are you off on a mission of your own? I'm retired. I was an accountant. Thanks. Good. I am now in my department, he said. I'm pleased for you. That's brilliant, said Denise. Good morning to you, dear, he said the next day. Good morning, said Denise. Which department are you in? Orthopaedic surgery, he said. I thought you were doing your peacekeeping mission. Aren't you a soldier? She asked. No, I am not a soldier's. Do you like soldies? That has to be the creepiest, most stupid question I've been asked in a long, long time. Do you like soldiers? Asked Denise. Or are you just a teenage kid asking stupid questions? Who is the most stupid among us here? Said our mature orthopaedic doctor, even though you are the one asked first. I assume that means you are just a teenage kid asking stupid questions, said Denise. A real mature gentleman would apologise for asking such a ridiculous question and talk like a mature adult, and a highly educated orthopaedic surgeon would never type such childish rubbish as who is the most stupid among us here, even though you are the one asked first. At the very least, he'd make it grammatically correct. I sincerely understand the kind of human being you are. Impersonal, we are not here to be argue or fight. You have to use your tough count your teeth, he said. About your grammatical, I probably sympathise. I'm sorry about that. We are not classmate, he said. You're kidding me, right? Said Denise. A mature gentleman that thinks any of that even makes sense. You're just a joke, aren't you? Good morning, dearest, he said, the next day. Goodbye, literate fool, said Denise. Or have you learnt how to write a proper sentence? Putting a dozen or so words together, like you did yesterday, doesn't make a sentence, and very definitely didn't make sense. Our man didn't like that. He blocked Denise. However, he was also talking to Annie. Merry Christmas, he said. Thank you, and to you too, she said. How was your day? He asked. It was lovely. I'm staying with my daughter and her partner, and my son came and joined us. Thanks. May I know where the princess come from? He said. I just got home, said Annie. I live in Shaftesbury in Dorset. Good morning, my dearest friend. On this blessed morning, I wish you a wonderful day ahead. May God shine you his wisdom and understanding as you reach high for all your dreams. May God guide you through the difficult valleys. Know that his plans for you will never bring you harm. And if English isn't your first language, or even if it is, just take a look at what he typed, or should I say, copy and pasted there. It makes grammatical sense, unlike anything else that is typed, so you know that he didn't type it himself. Oh, said Annie, did you send me a friend request so you can send me lots of religious texts? How are you doing today? He said. I'm fine, thanks. I would like us to share a picture, he said. A picture of what? Asked Annie. I mean, your picture, he said. My picture's on here, said Annie. I know, but I prefer you to send it to me. Send you the one you've already seen. You're kidding me, said Annie. I'm not kidding you, dear, he said. Why can't you just tap on it and look at it? Said Annie. To which our man replied, as they often do, you have to understand me. No, I don't, said Annie, especially as you haven't even tried to explain why. Please try to understand first, he said. Understand what? Replied Annie. You haven't tried to explain anything to me, so there's nothing to understand. Unless you have a reason for being able to type but not tap on a photo. Well, if you insist, no problem, he said. Insist on what? Said Annie. You haven't even told me what I don't understand. Her man sent a thumbs up. Does that mean you aren't going to tell me what I don't understand? Said Annie. Good morning, dear. Good morning. I'm still waiting for you to explain what I don't understand. Good morning. The awaited will come soon, he said the next morning. Why don't you stop talking in stupid riddles and type something sensible, please? Said Annie. Dear, we did not camo here to be argue or fight. Ask about your photo, and you can't provide it. It means you're not interested. How do you think our communication will go forward? How do you think our communication will go forward? You typing something sensible would be a good start, then using your eyes and looking at the photo that's on here. Or are you really too stupid, thick and idiotic to even type something that makes sense? And you know our man's reply, because I think he said the same to Denise. So obviously my girls aren't the only one that doesn't think he makes sense. For the grammatical you are in, I probably sympathise. I'm sorry about that. We're not classmate. OK, you really are too much of a thick idiot to type something that even remotely makes sense, said Annie. Dear, and you're going to love this one, ladies and gentlemen. Dear, he said, without nonsense, you can't think sense. And for you to know in any nonsense, that is a sense. What on earth are you babbling on about now? Said Annie. Stop writing ridiculous, childish, idiotic nonsense. Or are you just an idiot? You have one last chance to write something that makes sense. If you can't, I know you're just an idiot. Apparently, our idiot didn't like being called an idiot, because he disappeared. Seraphina doesn't receive many friend requests, so when she received this one, I didn't notice it for a couple of weeks. When I did notice it, I was struggling to be Seraphina-like. I had flu or COVID, and I really wasn't in the Seraphina zone. Hello, how are you? Said Brian P. Fenton. Hello, said Seraphina. I only just came back on Facebook and saw your message. I was doing a 2-week digital detox. All right, he said. May this time of year shine light on your blessings and bring new ones in the year to come. Happy holidays. We hope this year's season fills you up with the things that mean most to you and energizes you for a happy and healthy new year. Season's greetings. Oh, yes, said Seraphina. New Year is a time of cleansing and healing. That's right, he said. If you don't mind me asking, where are you from and where do you live? I live in Glastonbury in Somerset. Where do you live? She asked. That's nice to know. Though I'm born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, I'm currently on a peacekeeping mission in Doha, capital of Qatar. We're there to advance the interests of the United States and to serve and protect US citizens in Qatar. What's your profession, if I may ask? He said, and then sent a question mark when she didn't answer immediately. Please don't be impatient, said Seraphina. I'm eating my lunch. To save you asking, lentil casserole with vegetables. A few of my girls have started saying something like that. No one's spotted it yet. All right, he said. You can text me when you're done eating. Okay, she said a bit later. I've finished. Okay, he said. Why are you peacekeeping in Doha? I'm a spiritual lady. I work to bring peace and harmony to people's lives. That's awesome. Have you ever come across any military personnel online before now? An absolute giveaway that you're talking to a scammer. What an odd question, said Seraphina. I'm not sure how it's any of your business who I talk to online. I don't even know you. Why are you peacekeeping in Doha? I'm sorry if I went too far, he said. That's okay, said Seraphina. Thank you, he said. Why are you peacekeeping in Doha? She asked again. We're there to advance the interests of the United States and to serve and protect US citizens in Qatar. Well, I will appreciate us being good and honest friends here, if you don't mind. Why do US citizens need protecting in Qatar? Asked Seraphina. And why do you have to peacekeep? I just told you, he said. Here, he said. No, you didn't, replied Seraphina. Why do US citizens need to be protected in Qatar? That doesn't tell me why. So they won't get hurt, he said. Hurt by who? Asked Seraphina. Why do you need to peacekeep in Qatar? It's beginning to sound as if you don't know and have no idea what you're talking about. Maybe you've forgotten which country you're in. I just told you, he said. Seraphina, or at least I, turned into one of the other girls. No, you did not, she said. I assume you're lying to me and have no idea what you're doing or where you are. Otherwise, you'd be able to explain to me what the problems are in Doha that need you to peacekeep. Do you even know what peacekeeping means? So last chance, explain to me what the problems are in Doha and why you're there. Last chance. You could even try copying and pasting something from Google about the serious problems they have in Doha that require you to be there peacekeeping. Good luck finding something, she said. We went for an official assignment, he said. Goodbye, said Seraphina. You're clearly an idiotic scammer who has no idea what he's talking about. Go away. Did you just call me a scammer? He asked. I'll light a candle to help bring you enlightenment and help you make better life choices, she said. Yes, I did just call you a scammer. If you aren't a scammer, you'd have no problem explaining in detail why you're in Doha, why you need to peacekeep there. But you're too thick to do that, so you'll just pretend to be shocked or hurt that I realise you're an idiot scammer. Why would I scam you? He asked. Because you're a thick, idiotic scammer who thinks I'll send you money. Sorry, mate, it isn't going to work. You're too stupid. I didn't ask you for anything, said our scammer, who realised his scam had failed. So go away. Goodbye, said Seraphina. Have a nice day, he said, and Happy New Year, and disappeared. Then along came John Walls. He also thought he was in the army. I have no idea why, and he thought he'd try his luck with Annie. Hello, he said. Hi, said Annie. How are you? I'm very well, thanks. Okay. Where are you from? He asked on the 3rd of January. I live in Shaftesbury in England. Okay. Are you single or married? I'm divorced. Where are you from? California. And where are you from? He said 7 days later. Same place I was when you asked me before, said Annie. Okay. What are you doing for work? I work on the checkouts in a supermarket. What do you do? I'm Army Staff Sergeant. Do you like my work? He asked. How on earth would I know? What does an Army Staff Sergeant actually do? Asked Annie. You should never ask these scammers what they do. They never have any idea. I'm a soldier, he said. Yeah, obviously, said Annie. What does a Staff Sergeant do? What does it mean? That's my post in the army. Do you know anything about that? He asked. No, Dimbo, said Annie. That's why I'm asking you. Okay, he said. What does a staff sergeant do that a regular soldier doesn't? A staff sergeant means the level I am in the army, he said. Yes, I know that, said Annie. What does a staff sergeant do that a regular soldier doesn't? Why is this so difficult? Why can't you just tell me what you do? And the soldier is the name of our force, said our said our mature soldier. I don't even know what that means, said Annie. I said, I am a army, he said. An entire army? Asked Annie. That's impressive. OK, he said. Now that we've agreed you're a one-man army, tell me what you do. OK, said our man, realising he wasn't up to the struggle, and blocked Annie. And then along came Raymond Dennis. He thought he'd try his luck with Denise. Happy New Year, he said. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day so far. Good morning, said Denise. I'm curious about your profile. It says you're a surgery doctor. Do you mean you're a GP and you work in a local surgery? Sorry, he said. Just saw your profile. Yes, I'm a surgery doctor. You have a great profile picture. Where are you from? And yes, I'm a surgery doctor working here in California. Please tell me where you're from. I'm from Guildford in England. So you're a GP working in a local GP surgery. Where are you? Which town in California? I'm from the Los Angeles, California, and I'm working here in California as well. Beverly Hills. Do you have lots of rich patients? Asked Denise. How do you mean? Asked our experienced doctor. Do you have patients that have lots of money? Asked Denise. I don't know, he said. You don't know, said Denise. How much do you charge patients to come and see you? Hello, Ellie said. Who are you? Was that funny? Asked Denise. What did I miss? I was an accountant before I retired. I ran my own small business with my late husband. You must be one of those Nigeria scammer, said our doctor. Because I asked if you have rich patients, said Denise. What a weird thing to say. I'll assume that means you have no idea who your patients are, and you have no idea what you're talking about. Are you just a time-wasting idiot? You don't even know what a GP is, do you? And for the record, you meant Nigerian, not Nigeria, but a highly educated US doctor would know that. So he sent a photograph of the doctor whose photographs almost every scammer pretending to be a doctor uses, the Turkish doctor. This is me, right at the moment, he said, so please stop foolish yourself around. Excuse me, said Denise, it's you that's foolish yourself around, whatever that even means. Let's start again, shall we? You're in Beverly Hills. Do you have lots of rich patients? I don't like talking to rude people like you, said our doctor. I don't like talking to liars. So goodbye, said Denise. Same as well, he said. Who's the lair here now? Who would you say this is? Asked Denise, sending a link to a Pinterest account with lots of photographs of that doctor. You know, the person whose photo you just stole and lied to me, saying it was you. I'm Bikmaz, he said. To which Denise replied, stick your fingers in your ears if you're under 18. Bollocks. Go search my profile on Instagram, he said. He's a nice person, not a rude liar like you, said Denise. Whatever, he said. Yes, said Denise, whatever. Sorry, pal, but I know a lying scammer boy when I meet one. Goodbye. OK, he said, and disappeared. And finally, Denise would like to introduce you to a seriously mathematically challenged scammer who likes to call himself General Austin Miller. Hello, how are you doing today? He said. I'm very well, thanks, said Denise. How's everything over there? Fine, thanks. Am I supposed to know who you are? I don't recognise you. Just a friend, he said. Can we chat for a while so we can get to know each other's better? Of course. Are you God-fearing women? What your religion? Exactly the sort of question you ask a lady you've literally just met. I beg your pardon, said Denise. Are you a Bible thumper? Why should I be afraid of God? You see, my dear, he continued, I'm a God-fearing, nice, caring, honest, sincere, and understanding man with good sense of humour, because I feel understanding and communication is the most important thing in a relationship, to make it strong and last forever. When two couples understand themselves, I don't see anything that will happen to that relationship. It will be a happy one. Two couples, said Denise. Are you into wife swapping? I think I'm a bit old for that. No, you not, he said. What are your hobbies? So you are into wife swapping. You're looking for an older lady to swap. intergalactic chair shifting and underwater F1 racing, she said. No, I'm not into wife swapping. Then what was all that twaddle about two couples? I love swimming and reading, walking on the beach, fishing, camping, just hanging out, and also I love cooking and telling stories with my son. What's your favourite colour? I'm not into cohabiting or foursomes, said Denise. Congratulations. Stop changing the subject. Nothing. Just saying. OK, and I'm not changing the subject, he said. Yes, you are, said Denise. So what was that about two couples? Oh, OK, sorry about that. You clearly said when two couples understand themselves. If that isn't a foursome or cohabiting, what is it? If two couples want to make their relationship strong, they need to trust and love each other's, then put God first, he said. Well, it's almost the same thing. You keep going on about two couples, so you do want a foursome, said Denise. Or are you telling me you're bi and you're looking for another couple so you can love three people? Or are you looking for a woman and a same-sex couple? Just looking for one, he said. A loving, caring, honest, respectful and understanding woman. So why'd you keep talking about two couples? If you won't tell me, you can go away. It's not bad to talk about two couples, OK, he said. Dear, I really want to know you better. Hope you don't mind. OK, I'll ask you once more, said Denise. Why'd you keep talking about two couples? Are you bi? Are you into foursomes? Are you into cohabiting with another couple? Why'd you keep talking about two couples? Hopefully that's clear enough for you to understand. Or are you genuinely too thick, stupid, moronic and totally idiotic to know what 2 times 2 equals? No, he said, in reply to her saying, are you into cohabiting with another couple? Why are you saying all this? Then why do you want two couples? No, he said. You do know what 2 times 2 equals? She asked. No, dear, I just want one. Yes. Oh, FGS, said Denise. Then why on earth did you repeatedly say you wanted two couples? Just how stupid are you? I didn't say that, he said. Or maybe on purpose. You said it several times, said Denise, copying and pasting a few times where he had said it. What do you mean, or maybe on purpose? You mean you admit you said it, but you refuse to tell me why? Or are you genuinely too stupid to add 2 and 2? Wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to find the answer. And maybe I should just add in here, fair warning, ladies and gentlemen, if you are eating or drinking, it might be a good idea to swallow now. Take you to spit it out all across your device's keyboard or screen. Hello, dear. Goodbye, fool that can't even add up 2 and 2. Why are you saying all this? You don't even have respect. How can you be loved? Because you really don't even know how many people there are in two couples. As in, what 2 and 2 add up to. There are 2 people in a couple, he said. And you've repeatedly told me you want 2 couples, but refused to tell me why. Excellent, she said, in reply to him saying there are 2 people in a couple. You graduated kindergarten, so in 2 couples there are how many people? To which our man replied, 2. You see, I knew you couldn't add up 2 and 2. Why would I add 2 and 2? He asked. Why? How many people are there in one couple? Said Denise. 2, he said. Excellent, she replied. So how many people are there in 2 couples? You know, 1 couple plus 1 couple. The penny started to drop. 4, said our man. Excellent again, said Denise. That's why you should add 2 and 2. Oh, I see, said our man. So now tell me why you've repeatedly told me you want 2 couples, 4 people. How old are you? 6. I'm 62. How about you? How old are you? I'm 75, and for the final time, why have you repeatedly told me you want 2 couples? I won't ask you again. If you won't answer, I'll assume you really are an illiterate idiot who can't add up to 4. I don't know. OK, he said. Goodbye, said Denise. He sent a heart and disappeared. I hope you enjoyed this compilation of scammers who seriously didn't have what it took to scam any of my girls. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.